Hey guys, Andy here, and today we have another little bit of a different video for the channel. This is brands on my naughty list. So you will be seeing this today. Merry Christmas, Happy Yule, all of the holidays, happy holidays for anything that you celebrate. If you did not see the first video that I did like this is brands on my nice list. I will leave that in the description box. But this is just going to be all the brands that and or products that I just have no interest in trying in 2024. I just thought we could do a little lighthearted video. I feel like I'm very anti-Christmas in what I'm wearing today, so I thought it would be the perfect look to talk about it. So everything I'm wearing will be listed in the description box, and if you like makeup, unboxings, project painting content with just a little bit of horror sprinkled in, please consider subscribing, as I would love to have you here. And let's go ahead and get on into today's video. So, like I said for you guys, it's brands on my naughty list. This is anything in 2024 that I just, whether it be just the product itself or the brand, I have absolutely no interest in trying. Photos will be up here to my right, and we're just going to go ahead and get into it. These are taken from Ulta and Sephora, and we're going to start off with Bare Minerals. It's just not a brand that excites me in general. What I'm showing you up here, so I know that these Gen Nude bronzers are super viral, but they don't interest me. The shades just don't gravitate towards me. The shade that I have pulled up here is Kiss of Copper, and like, it's pretty, but I don't know. There's something about the whole bronzer that it's supposed to be a blush bronzer hybrid that I'm not into it. I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me. I love loose products, like loose pigments, loose glitters. Like, I have so many things, but there's just something about this loose powder foundation that I just feel like I would never use. It's not exciting. Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that this just doesn't excite me. So, like, for Bare Minerals, like, those are two things, like, those are the main things that, like, I'm like, huh. One thing that's viral, one thing I feel like is one of their older products, but just as a brand, Bare Minerals is not pumping anything out that excites me as a brand. Next, and this might be a shocker, but Bobbi Brown. The theme of this video is brands that do not excite me. This is just all my opinion. If any of these brands excite you, or if any of these things are your loves, I love that for you. This is just makeup. This is just commentary in my opinion. I would love to hear your opinion in the comments. Please keep it classy, because it's just makeup. It's not that serious. These cream shadow sticks. For me, the whole thing with these is I just don't think that the Bobbi Brown one's free. I just don't see why these are worth the price. I don't use shadow sticks enough to warrant the price of the Bobbi Brown ones when I can get shadow sticks from e.l.f. Whereas the vitamin enriched face base, that I go back and forth on if I want to try this. Like, if I was going to try anything from Bobbi Brown, I feel like that would be one of the things that I would try. I have oily skin, so a priming moisturizer isn't really something that I need. And just, for the price, I don't know. If somebody bought it for me, I wouldn't be upset. Like, I would try it. But I just feel like for the price and for what it is, like, that is not something that I'm ever going to purchase for myself. Because it's just not necessarily something that my skin needs. I can see why people with dry skin would absolutely love that. This shimmer brick here, I don't like these. I do not like the composition of these highlighting bricks. You'll see, I'll have another one from another brand when we get to that, but I don't like how these look. It's just, there's something about it that I don't like it in any of the compositions. When we get to the other brand, I'll bring it up again, but because I feel like anytime you use this, because for highlighter for me, I generally use my finger. I don't normally use a brush. So depending on how I swipe my finger, I'm going to get a different color for this every time I use it, and that would annoy me. Whereas, like, if it was just all one color, or even a marble, because with a marbling, I can swirl it, which I know, I could swirl this, but it just, this configuration of a highlighter, a blush, these configurations bother me, and that's just probably my OCD that I don't like this. I don't like that I could possibly get a different result every time I used it. That upsets me. That upsets me greatly. This. I wanted to try this product. I wanted to try a lot of things from Flower Beauty. I don't support Drew Barrymore after how she went against the strike for the writer's strike that happened, how she just decided to go ahead and force her writers to write anyway. So it's one of those things. I don't want to support her brand, and I've never tried anything from Flower Beauty, and it's going to be one of those things that's just a brand that I'm not going to try now, even though this is a product I really, really wanted to try. This is so innovative, in my opinion. I think this is so interesting. I've heard such good things about it. I wanted to try also these shadow palettes. I know there's 4 of them now. I just grabbed one of them. I think they're beautiful. I wanted to try them. I love single shadows. I just can't support the brand because of who's behind it. So, and to each their own. If you support her, no shade. Put your money wherever. That is anyone else's prerogative. That's just me personally. I don't want to. And I'm allowed to put my money where I want to put my money. And so it is what it is. If someone bought me something from Flower Beauty, I mean, I would use it because it's not that serious. But, like, I'm not going to go out and buy it. And it just, it's upsetting because I did really want to try these products. Next we have Hip Dot, and they're shady too. I just hear so much about their releases and how they release things early and don't tell people, and how their shipping is all wonky. But, like, they're so weird. Like, these Icon pigments, I kind of want one because they're just weird. But I don't know. Hip Dot is one of those brands that I don't know if I should support them or not, because I feel very murky about them as a brand in general. I think their color stories are cute. Like, I also pulled up this Girl Scout coconut caramel pigment palette. I think it's cute. I think the collabs that they've done are super cute. But I don't know. I get weird gut vibes when I think about Hip Dot that I'd rather not. There are so many other brands out there that I can full sale put my money towards that I could we're not. And speaking of brands that we're not, Kylie. I've never bought anything from Kylie. Like, the lip kits have been out forever and I've never had one. So I feel like at this point, it's going into 2024. If I've never tried a lip kit till now, I don't need to. And that's okay. There are other lip products on the market. And I'm good. There's nothing that she's putting out that's exciting. And the Kardashian Jenners as people are just, no. And that's all I have to say about that. Persona, they're just a brand that it doesn't excite me. Like, they're just boring. Okay. And that's okay. But, like, for me, it's just, I want flashy and glitter, and Persona to me is more working every day, and that's wonderful. That's just not something that I need. I don't need neutrals, and I did kind of want this blush, but I can get this from so many other things that I don't want to try the brand just for this one specific product. Because there's nothing else that I've seen from this brand that I'm like, I need to try that. So to me, this brand just seems boring to me because neutrals aren't my thing. Now we're getting into Undone Beauty. And This is, again, one of those, I think it's interesting, but I have looked at this makeup every single time I go into Ulta, and no. There's something about the way these are configured that I would not want to use this. This gives me going in with your fingers to get in each individual color, which I use my fingers a lot for my makeup, for my creams and things, and that's fine. I don't want it. There's something about this that just, no thank you. No thank you. It just still gives me you're going to get a different result every time that you use it. And that bothers me. Bothers me so greatly. Armani Beauty, that's just out of my price range. Let's just cut to the chase, out of my price range. And there's nothing that they have that I'm just like chomping at the bit to get that I would need to save up to afford that price range. Like, are these blushes pretty? Yes, but I can get these colors from drugstore. I'm not saying that those formulas aren't beautiful, and I'm not saying that this foundation wouldn't be beautiful, but for the price, I can't. Dior, same thing. It's out of my price range. And I don't know. I feel like I just hear so much that it's overhyped. Like, these blushes, they're so small. No, thank you. For the price, that's not worth it to me. These 9 pans do not excite me at all. Every time I've seen a Dior eyeshadow palette, no color story that Dior has ever come out with have I been like, oh my god, I need that. That is the one that I want. Like, if I was going to get a Dior blush, it would be a more orangey, peachy one, but even still, like, $40 for this tiny little blush. No, thank you. I'd rather get something from the drugstore, tenfold. Now we're into the Gwen Stefani brand from Give Beauty, and these don't excite me. I wish the pans filled the whole compact. I wish that the blushes specifically, one was a cream and one was a powder, like these bronzers. But even still, I don't like the shades necessarily that were picked for these. I don't know. These eyeshadow quads don't excite me. And the highlighter brick, again, there's just something about this brick configurement that I don't like. I don't know why. Even in drugstore configuration, like I know Physicians Formula has a shimmer brick that looks very similar. I don't like it. There's something about this brick configuration, or even when it's in like a layer, I don't like it. It doesn't appeal to me. Kosas. I really don't want to try Kosas just simply because it's a clean beauty brand and their things tend to go bad so quickly that I don't feel like I would get my money's worth. I feel like I wouldn't be able to use the product up before it went bad. So as much as I would love to try this foundation and concealer, because I've heard pretty good things about them, I just feel like I wouldn't be able to use them all before that they went bad. And to me, it's just not worth the investment. I don't have the largest collection, but I feel like I have too big of a collection to get into clean beauty. La Mer, way too expensive. Ungodly, grossly expensive. $145 for that foundation? You're out of your mind. There is no reason that a foundation needs to be that expensive. $115 for the powder. Like, price. Why? Like, again, I'm sure it's beautiful, but I can't justify that ever. Like, unless I won the lottery, would be the only time you would ever see me getting these products. Like, I would love to try them just to see if, like, they are just earth-shatteringly amazing. But it would hurt my heart as someone who, to buy those. Laneige. I don't like the lip sleeping mask. I feel like that's a very unpopular opinion, but I have tried these, and so going into 2024, I don't want any more of these. I don't like them. I feel like that is very unpopular opinion because people love these, and I don't like that texture of them. I feel like they're too thick and too goopy, and even if you put just a little amount, they're too much for me. From Patrick Ta, the eyeshadow palettes, all 3 of them, I don't like any of them. I don't like the color choices, and I don't like the configuration. I don't think the colors are great for me personally. He hasn't come out with a color story that has wowed me. Because I love the 2 cream shadows. I think that that's awesome. I think his sparkly, like, shimmer formula would be beautiful. I'd love to try that. But just the color stories in these eyeshadow palettes, I just picked the first one. But all 3, none of them that he's come out with yet have I been, like, chomping at the bit to get. Rose Ink. Since someone, I don't know where it was, I don't know who said it first, but since someone said all of their compacts look like toilet seats, I can't get that out of my head, because they do. They all look like toilet seats. And I pulled up the bronzer and the blush, and they do. You can't tell me that they don't look like toilet seats. And again, for me, it's just one of those, I have too many products right now to justify buying any more cream products. Eventually, maybe in a few years, if Rose Ink is still, a brand and still relevant, would I like to try these? Maybe, because I do think that these are fine. But are these anything revolutionary in their colors or their choices? No. So it's just, this is another brand that's just meh for me. Like, it's not bad, but it's not like, let's try it. And last, I wanted to throw in a little bit of skincare, because I know in my nice video I did throw in some skincare. This is Wishful. I just think Wishful skincare is a little too expensive for what it is. This is a little trio glow set, which, I mean, of course, these are all minis, so, like, that's not the best, but I just think in general, I don't know. When I'm thinking of skincare, Wishful is never on my list of brain of, that's the skincare I want to try. Like, I have a million other brands from Sephora that I'm like, yep, that's skincare that I want to try. This has never been one of them. I don't know why. It's just never been something that I'm excited. Nothing that they've ever come out with has excited me. So I'm sorry that this is a little bit of a negative Nancy video, but this is just thought it'd be a little fun to just go over some things that I don't find intriguing. Let me know in the comments what things you don't find intriguing, because I would love to hear them. Because I love having little sparking debates with you guys down in the comments. But as always, I will see you guys in the next one. And yeah, bye guys.